Welcome to another episode of Anti-simp Show, episode 4. I kind of want to talk about a couple things that I've observed and throughout the week. And let's just get right to it, man. No long intro, none of that stuff. Let's just get right to the meat of things. As you guys know, I kind of like to do commentary on things that I've observed or heard, or basically rumors and things of that nature that I've picked up throughout the week. And that's it. That's all. That's why I pretty much create this series. You guys can check out my take on things. I ain't gonna say it's unbiased, but I'll try to do my best. First thing, Robin Givens. Robin Givens tries to block Mike Tyson from talking about their relationship in his upcoming biopic, which I thought was kind of corny. She got a chance to tell her story, and if I remember correctly, when she told her story, he was on Oprah, and he had to sit there like some simp, and let her it was one-sided, he had to, literally like a simp, he was quiet, like he didn't like he said much of anything, and that seeing that kind of rubs me the wrong way. But it's like we already know what went on in that relationship, and about her and her mom. So for her to try to block this, it just makes her look bad anyway. She might as well just let him, well, he should have just did it anyway, But I guess I suspect that he just doesn't want any trouble. And he's just gonna not do it, So, but it's gonna be interesting to see how this biopic goes without her in it. But her trying to block it, like I said, it just looks bad. Should just let him do it. Lil Baby reportedly, files for primary custody of his son after his baby mom tries to put him on child support. I've been observing posts and screenshots throughout the last couple of months between him and his baby mom. I think her name is Alex or Alexis. Let me look this up right quick so that I accurately have this. I don't want to say the wrong name or whatever. But I think her name is Aisha. That's what her name is. Her name is Aisha. And if anybody has been seeing her, post about him, she's been the baby mom that's been hella annoying. Every time she tries to say that he hasn't been doing something, whatever case is, he comes through with receipts that he's doing things. Supposedly he bought a crib for her mom, her sister. He bought cribs for multiple people. He's been really successful lately, and he's often seen with his kids. And now that he has a new girl, the baby mom seems to be acting up. So, he decided to file for primary custody of his kid. He's doing everything himself anyway. And from what I've read or observed through the comments or whatever, she said she couldn't even afford to take care of the kid anyway. And this is a good thing, man. This is a victory for him. And this is an example that guys should try to get primary custody of their kids. Guys should try to fight for custody of their kids. Because you don't want to be in a situation where you're paying somebody to be the mother of your kid, He's doing all of the work. He might as well, she might as well see if she can get her money up to visit him. And if from the sounds of it, she's already taken care of most of the time. What she's been complaining most about is the fact that he hasn't gotten her a car. But that's her responsibility. He don't have to do everything for her, yo. He's just supposed to look out for his kid. But it is what it is. Next up, Dr. Dre's soon-to-be ex-wife claims that she owns the name Dr. Dre, which is weird because he had the name Dr. Dre before he met her. They've been married for 24 years, so he's had the name Dr. Dre longer, way before that. When he did, I think when he did, was it Dre Day? And when he was a part of NWA, he had the name Dr. Dre. As a matter of fact, you could actually hear Eazy-E when he did some on Real G's or whatever. You could hear him, mentioning Dr. Dre's name. So his name has been there, before he even met her. So that's odd. That's real odd. But I feel like she's, as I said in previous videos, I feel like she's doing this to see what can stick, what she can get, because he does have a prenup. People were saying oh, he doesn't have a prenup, but he came out with that, face down card, and he flipped that joint faced up and was like, no, I got this trap card right here. And ever since then, You know, like she's trying to say anything and everything about him, saying he abused her. She signed the, you know, the joint under duress or whatever case is, and I don't know if that's going to hold up in court. You know, she signed it, so, but I don't know, like she's trying to throw everything she can at him. Breonna Taylor's verdict, and I mean, we kind of knew this was coming, because I think it was last week that her family got a settlement for $12 million. And I believe they also got a what do they call it, a GoFundMe going, and the GoFundMe has about $6.6 million so far. So her death pretty much made her family rich, and it's kind of sad, man. It's really kind of sad. And to be honest, the way they've been going about this is really just them spitting in our faces, because they're telling us that the building and their neighbors were more important than the life of a black woman. You know, the cops are not even getting charged for murdering her. They're getting charged for disrupting the peace, basically. And that's them spitting in our face. And I've said this before on Twitter, but I'm going to say it again, man. You know, it's going to come to a point where blood is going to be paid for with blood. And that's all I really want to say about that. That's all I can really say about that situation. It don't matter how people feel about it. It don't matter how black people protest things. They're going to feel some type of way about how we do things. And, you know, it's just not going to end badly. This country is going bankrupt just upholding the concepts that they have. The racial discrimination is going bankrupt. We're talking, like, I read an article the other day that tallied up so far to $16 trillion on top of, you know, the reparations that they owe black people. So, and the reparations, you know, tally up somewhere around 100 trillion. So you got 16 trillion on top of 100 trillion that they owe us, and it's just like, this country is gonna go bankrupt to uphold these concepts, yo. That they really hate us this badly. And then it's like they keep doing things, pushing us into a corner, and bad things are gonna happen, man. Like it's gonna be weird. And I just really hope I'm alive to see this, you know, to see how things go.
And lastly, Tory Lanez breaks his silence with a new album. Some people feel like it's in bad taste that he released his new album because, you know, it's a day after the verdict of Breonna Taylor. They feel like he should have waited next week to do it. But I feel like there's no better time to try to clear your name if you feel like you're innocent of, you know, of any accusations. There's no better time to try to clear your name than as soon as possible. And, you know, that's what he did. He says the album was released on his on the anniversary of his mother's death. So, you know, maybe it's just a coincidence or whatever. I don't really care about the semantics. All I know is that, you know, like I said, there's no better time to try to clear your name than as soon as you possibly can. You know, I don't think it was a bad album. I left my opinion of the album in another video, which I'll link at the end. But if you don't feel like wait to the end, you can just check out a video on my channel that says Tory Lanez breaks his silence. That's probably the title of the video. I know Rick Ross decided to address Tory's album release. You know, Rick Ross has a history of sticking his nose in people's business, and he also has a history of objectifying women and also having abusive or really what's the word I want to use? The lyrics that he uses in his music, especially with that Molly, popping Molly in a Brawds drink or whatever case is, his lyrics kind of came off pretty rapey. So for him to try to, you know, poke his chest out, which brings me to my next point about black male artists, you know, their response to his album release is that, you know, we gotta do better. Like, I never actually see y'all do better, you know. Y'all just poke your chest out at other dudes online and y'all don't actually do anything. So I'm not really buying y'all fake outrage. Until y'all actually start, you know, getting out there in front of black women and dying for them, or actually, you know, catching bodies for them, I don't really believe y'all are actually, you know, doing better. And women don't be believing y'all either. They be rolling their eyes. Some of them might even like y'all comments, but that's just a front. They don't believe y'all either. Anyway, this is all the time that I have for this video. If you like it, you know, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and you can catch my other videos at the end. And I will catch you at the next video. Peace.